you're going to witness a short field takeoff here. The C-17 Globemaster 3, the aircraft that ensures rapid global mobility for America. Watch now as Major Paul Theriot brings the stick back, puts the deck angle at about 25 degrees, shows up. Tremendous airplane, and you're going to see this whole exhibit done almost within the confines of the Air Force Base here. The pilot for today's demonstration are Major Paul Theriot and Major Lucky O'Connell. The loadmaster today, Master Sergeant Mark Allen. The crew has a combined total of over 7,000 flying hours. C-17 completing a teardrop maneuver now to align itself with the runway for a high-speed pass at 300 knots, demonstrating the rapid strategic capability of this airplane. The C-17 design includes a modern computerized glass cockpit that I talked to you about, heads-up display at both pilot station, and an advanced cargo handling system, allowing it to operate with a crew half the size of similar aircraft. Only 3 crew members are required to fly the C-17. The aircraft's advanced design allows it to accomplish its entire mission with this minimum crew. Now from the right, Major Paul Theriot lining up the C-17 with the runway here at Dover, pushing the throttles up, accelerating to about 300 knots. And as he approaches show center here, I want you to notice how very, very quiet the C-17 is. This gives the Globemaster a tactical advantage while flying low over hostile territory, and it's also very environmentally friendly as well. From the right now, high-speed pass, 300 knots, the C-17 Globemaster 3. Listen to the quiet. Pulling up and now starting a right turn. The C-17 provides a direct delivery capability that combines the intercontinental cargo carrying capabilities of large transport aircraft with the short runway capability of much smaller military aircraft. It can routinely land on runways that are only 3,500 feet long, and most powerful Pratt & Whitney F-117 engines that power the C-17. They're the same engines, incidentally, that are used on the Boeing 757, each engine delivering about 40,000 pounds of thrust. And this amount of thrust allows the Globemaster 3 to carry over 170,000 pounds of cargo. The range of the C-17 with this amount of cargo is 2,400 nautical miles. However, the C-17 can reach anywhere in the world non-stop using that all-important in-flight air refueling capability. Turning inbound now with wings level as the aircraft passes. Notice the wing leading edge slats and the large power lift wing flaps. Now the slats are the ones out on the front edge of the wing, and the power lift wing flaps are the ones on the trailing edge of the wing. These devices change the shape of the C-17 wing and are the key to its low final approach speed, enabling this aircraft to land and stop in short distances. And you'll see just how big they are. The slats extending off the front edge of the wing and the powered flaps off the trailing edge of the wing. And listen at show center for the power to come up for the go-around maneuver, indicating perhaps that they've spotted hostile forces on the ground. And to show you just how slow the C-17 can maneuver. Its ability to perform at very, very slow speed and demonstrate its advanced aerodynamics in action. The aircraft is going to perform a series of steep bank turns to maneuver for a low-speed path and then a circle over the airfield. I want you to notice that this entire circle will take place within the confines of the Air Force Base here in Dover. In case you're wondering how big it is, the wingspan is about half the length of a football field. The tail, over 5 stories tall. Empty, the aircraft weighs about 280,000 pounds. But with maximum cargo and fuel loaded, the gross weight rises to over 500,000 pounds. Now, notice the turned up wingtips or winglets out there on the edge and the end of the wing. These decrease aerodynamic drag, and they also increase the fuel efficiency of the airplane. In indication, you're wondering just how thick this is and how you can relate to that. Those winglets, or the upturned ends of the wings, are over 9 feet tall. That's how big this aircraft is. Extremely agile at both high and low speeds, making it really easy to operate in any tactical situation, including the combat delivery capability of parachutes or heavy equipment. C-17 uses a quadruple redundant fly-by-wire system to run its flight controls. The fly-by-wire system means that the aircraft's flight controls are electronically operated by inputs from the control stick. There are 4 separate flight control computers, each of which can manage the entire system on its own. The computers continuously monitor the flight controls and each other. If there are any problems, they automatically work around the disabled system. In addition to all of this, it has a mechanical backup feature to it. C-17 and the 360 circle in the confines of the airport. Now, the aircraft is going to maneuver to demonstrate a full flap approach to a simulated short field runway. This short field capability allows the C-17 Globemaster 3 to land at over 6,000 more airfields worldwide that are currently available to other military transport aircraft, or for that matter, commercial wide-body aircraft. In fact, during the NATO peacekeeping mission back in Bosnia, the C-17 crews airlifted nearly 1/2 of the total cargo and only 1/4 of the missions, while boasting an impressive 96% reliability rate. The C-17 that you see here today performing in Dover weighs about 350,000 pounds, and on its final speed as he turns in towards the airport will be approximately 120 miles an hour. Approaching the end of the runway, the crew will simulate an arrival to an airfield with hostile forces nearby. The approach tactic can be used at very high altitude to avoid enemy fire. It's called a random steep approach. C-17 made its inaugural flight in September of _91. Since then, it's set over 20 world records, including payload to altitude and time to climb records. McDonnell Douglas now Boeing delivered the first operational C-17 to Charleston Air Force Base in June of 1993. I want you to watch this landing. He's going to plant that right on the runway. Apply braking immediately. The spoilers will go up and you'll see the engines, the last half of the engine slide backwards. And that will show you the cascade thrust reversers used to help slow the C-17. Watch the engine now as the half separates. There it is. limited to very few aircraft. And you probably heard that little bell, just saw little flames there. That was a compressor stall, and that's caused by a lot of wind blowing up the tailpipe of that engine when they're in reverse thrust. And get a little compressor stall there, and it's nice on low fuel. It's no problem, it happens all the time. The C-17. All the maneuvers that you saw here today are representative of these flown by our operational air crews every day as they provide the highly responsive and flexible airlift capability for America. This concludes the demonstration of the C-17 Globemaster 3 and some of its unique capabilities. On behalf of the men and women of the United States Air Force, the Air Mobility Command at Dover Air Force Base, we thank you for being with us today. We hope you enjoyed this brief look at the C-17 Globemaster 3, the United States Air Force core airlifter and workhorse providing rapid global mobility for America today, tomorrow, and throughout the 21st century. Ladies and gentlemen, the C-17 Globemaster 3.